But the other stock which has been surging all through this morning has been IDBI Bank. Now we learn that the government has invited bids to appoint an asset valuer for the strategic divestment of IDBI Bank. Sapna joins in on the phone line with these details. Sapna.
Hi. So this has been much anticipated. After the first round of receiving the expressions of interest, the fit and proper is still ongoing with the Reserve Bank of India. And in the meanwhile, the valuation has to be done. Obviously, it's a listed bank. The entity is extremely well known. But in terms of the assets, mainly it's going to be the financial assets, their investments, IDBI Bank's investments, including the investments in its subsidiaries, loans and advances. And here probably, what's the level of NPAs and what's the legacy NPA and all of that needs to be figured out. Of course, some bit on the liability side also in terms of what the deposit base is like. But unlike other valuations, like say, for example, when the Air India valuation happened, A, it was an unlisted entity and B, it was a loss-making entity. So, I think that overhang is definitely not there in IDBI Bank. It's been showing some stellar numbers, last couple of quarters. So going forward, we do not expect too much time to be taken up in the asset valuation. Otherwise, it becomes a very long-drawn process, 6 to 8 months, maybe even sometimes 12 months. That's going to be very unlikely here. So the bid date as of now is 9th October, and after that the asset valuers will be appointed. If there's no further postponement, we can expect probably the asset valuation report to come in before the financial year ends. And the only issue here right now is that RBI has to give a green signal in terms of finishing its fit and proper. Once that happens, and the evaluation exercise is also underway, I think that's the time when we move on to the next stage of the transaction. And as we have earlier also indicated that it's unlikely that transaction will be tied up in the current year. Current financial year, I think is only going to be taken up in the processes. So anything in terms of the material movement in terms of the actual closer to the transaction really unfolding, I think that's something that we have to wait for the next financial year.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Sapna. Well,